Coming to you from Keiko Studios, it's The Balcony Show with Ann Thatcher, Bo Summer, Mike Roy, Donna Gallucci, and me, the Mad Cat. We have searched the globe for the best in indie music so you don't have to. So here we go, The Balcony Show.
Friends in faraway places, sent with love and good vibes. Just keep an eye out for just what's coming. It might be a surprise.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for listening to The Balcony Show.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for listening.
Super stoked tonight because we have the one and only Michael Botte coming on. The Michael Botte Band. Southern country rock. He's kind of like a mix, I think.
Yeah.
So how is everybody, by the way?
Pretty good.
We're good.
I'm awesome.
You're awesome.
Mad Cat's always
awesome.
See, it's a true story. I'm so glad you recognized Donna.
I'm very
10,
tired.
9, 8.
I would say that's all right.
It's all right.
That's awesome.
No, a 5-er.
Oh, boy.
If you take off, I'm very impressed.
Here we go.
All right, make sure you listen to the previous week's balcony.
Yeah.
All right, move on.
Anyways.
Would you rather swing on a star, carry moonbeams home in a jar, and be better off than you are?
Or would you rather get on with the show?
Well, here it is, Mike. Here we go.
Finally.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So on this week's Would You Rather, would I rather jump off a cliff right now? Yeah, as a matter of fact.
Don't be scared.
Let's see. Would you rather, number one, would you rather walk barefoot in a public restroom or get poisoned? I mean, they're both one and the same. One is a definite, one is a risk factor. I'll go with the risk factor. I
I'll
don't
take
give
the
a
risk.
shit. Yeah, I'm a farm kid. If I drew a map of the various things that I walked through barefoot growing up, I mean, that'd make most people lose their lunch.
I'll walk barefoot in the public. I don't care.
Me too.
Yeah.
I care.
I don't want to be poisoned.
I do care, but I'll do it.
Yeah,
Because I don't want to be
exactly.
poisoned.
Yeah.
But were you?
Yeah, of course you don't want to be
Yeah.
poisoned. You were already poisoned by Bo once.
This is true.
Here we go.
You here know what it means.
This is true.
Yeah, I actually have been through both of these.
Don't
Growing
drink
up
the
in
wine.
Florida.
If she brings your wine, don't drink the chocolate.
That's true.
my God.
You were
I'm
poisoned?
never
I was
buying.
poisoned over the summer. I was poisoned by a house guest that I ended up going over for dinner and said something which I guess offended them, and they poisoned me with Visine in my drink.
I remember you talking
Yeah.
about that.
So
That's
yeah.
insanity.
That is
What is
insanity.
wrong with people?
So no, I would not want to. So I guess you wouldn't want to be poisoned.
Yeah, no,
You'd
he'll-
rather take
no.
the
So
public-
we're on agreement.
any day.
We're all barefoot walking.
Yeah, we're all walking in the public restroom.
We'll be in there
barefoot.
just sloppy footing.
Oh, God.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
All right, so let's get on to number two. Would you rather wake up as the opposite sex once a month or wake up in a strange place once a year? You know what? Actually, let's see.
That's really interesting.
Am I hot? I mean, if I get to wake up as, I mean,
Yeah, like how much control do you have waking up as the opposite
yeah,
sex?
like if I'm able to like wake up as a hot chick and then I, just go
There's
find other
there's
hot
no
chicks.
variables
But
in
it's
this
too
conversation.
often.
It's you
Once
have to
a
pick
month-
one or the other.
But once a
yes
month
or
is
no,
too
black or
often.
white.
So maybe I'd rather do the once
Yeah,
a year.
well, yeah, I say
In a
I'm
yeah.
going to
strange
say I'd
place.
rather do once a year in a strange
I
place.
couldn't
'cause
take
would
that
be fun.
once a
I
month.
think so.
The second part of that's kind of the story of my life. So I'll just go with normal.
Yeah. And you girls wouldn't know what to do waking up once a month as a man. You wouldn't know.
I know.
my
Bo
God.
would be just,
Oh, yes,
I
I
know.
would.
I know
I
exactly what they would be
guarantee
doing.
upon first change,
All
you get
day.
it caught in a zipper.
Oh no,
I
I would
guarantee it.
no,
They
I
wouldn't
would
wear pants.
I would
be like-
find all of you and be exactly
Yeah,
what
because
you've
they
been.
would be a girl the day that we're a guy.
hell
That's right.
yeah.
That would be
Yeah, and then
really
they go
bad.
pee once and get it caught in the zipper. Baked and beans. Yeah.
Excuse me.
No, Mad Cat, that's just you.
Just saying.
Beans?
Yep.
What the?
And I, you know, nothing for nothing. If you suddenly showed up here as a man, I'd have to ball tap you. Just so you could understand. Because women never understand what it's like for a man to get tapped in the balls. They don't. My girlfriend once sat there, walked up and flicked me in the nads. And when I sat there getting ready to puke up my lunch, she's like, "Oh, stop being so dramatic." I'm like, "You have absolutely no idea what you did."
Who are these people? Who are these people you're hanging out with?
Family.
I've been around for a while, and I never thought once. I never entered my
to
cranium to go
do
and flick
something like
somebody's junk ever.
I just like crazy women.
You just bring out the crazy Mad Cat.
All right. So you know what? Let's just move along.
All
okay.
right.
Let's just get off this subject.
Yeah, there's only 3.
Yeah, I know. So, would you rather sit in wet paint or not know about it, or step in gum with your bare foot? Here we are with the bare feet again.
Wet paint all day long. I do not want to step in somebody's chewed up gum.
Ew, but are you naked sitting in the paint?
No, it doesn't say that.
'Cause that
It just
would
says,
matter.
would you rather sit in wet paint or not and not know about it?
I might want to step in the gum.
I think I'd rather step in the gum than sit in wet paint
Yeah, I
and
mean-
not know
Yeah.
about it. How
Gum
long
and
am I
bare-
sitting in that?
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
the paint is creeping up and
Yeah.
getting into your
Or
hoo-ha.
not. Or you never sat on a park bench that was freshly painted?
It's easier to clean that gum off your bare foot than
Then-
paint would be on whatever it
And
is.
you know
Oh,
what?
Well,
Yeah.
see, maybe because I've already sat in wet paint without knowing
Did
about
you have
it.
clothes
So I-
on though?
Well,
I would hope so if it was a park bench.
I'm picturing wet paint like purposeful, like bucket where you're like sopping.
Oh no!
sitting in it.
I'm thinking on a park bench,
Oh, all right.
a freshly painted
Bo's
park
over
But
bench.
you
here.
don't know about it,
But
so
you
then you
don't
walk
know it.
around all day
Splooshing.
with wet
So
paint
what?
on your
Some
butt.
people would be laughing. So what? I don't care.
Yeah.
I'd rather that than somebody's ABC gum.
But you're gonna walk barefoot into a bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I used to work on a farm too, so you know what? I traveled through all kinds
but
of.
how do you not have a problem with that? But you have a problem with stepping in somebody's
Because
ABC gum.
one's people and the other's animals.
We like animals.
It makes no
This
sense.
is why I'm barely left with my freaking sanity. People.
We make absolutely no sense, but we understand
Right.
us.
Do we?
No, they understand them.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
Anyways, we're going to get things started on the show tonight with a song by Brandon Maddox. If you're talking behind my back, this is a great tune. And he puts it right out there, exactly what he thinks. So take a listen, and we'll be right back with the rest of the show.
There was dart slinging, shot sinking going on. You were drinking in the corner alone. I was ragging up some 9-ball, making every single pocket I called. It was a ball rolling, beer flowing, hell of a night, till my ex-best friend dropped by. Pretty soon you both were whispering. I said, oh God, there you go again. If you don't have the nerve to say it to my face, let me tell you what I think about that. If you're talking behind my back, keep your lips moving and kiss my ass. You were a show-stopping, jaw-dropping, one of a kind, but it didn't take me much time to find out you were a rattlesnake who up and bit me in a bad way. You had my heart yearning, fire burning from the start. Now I don't know who you are, didn't know you had a forked tongue. The devil's daughter if he's got one. If you don't have the nerve to say it to my face, let me tell you what I think about that. If you're talking behind my back, keep your lips moving and kiss my say this kind of thing to a lady. So I ain't saying you're a two-faced, backstabbing gossip, but maybe if you don't have the nerve to say it to my face, let me tell you what I think about that. If you're talking behind my back, keep your lips moving like you've been doing. Keep your lips moving and kiss my ass. I'll pucker up.
You are listening to The Balcony Show, and right now we have one of the first songs from tonight's interview with Michael Botte Band. The song is called Here We Go, so give it a listen, and here we go.
I knew you were going to do that.
Did you?
The sun is gliding just above the ground. The prism leaves break a light into sound. Seasons changing and we are reborn. When the amplifier's ready, I open up the door. Celebrate my gathered friends, celebrate with me. For the rumbling of the autumn roar drops mountains to the sea. Come round the corner and enjoy the show. Collectively we all shout out, oh, here we go. Here we go. You see him black and blue, I can guarantee. You might stay for a minute, but you can never leave. Just jump right on it, no need to rest. I've got you on the VIP list, my special guest. Celebrate my gathered friends, celebrate with me. For the rumbling of the autumn roar drops mountains to the sea. Come round the corner and enjoy the show. Collectively we all shout out, here we go. Here we go. I am here for a moment, I just wanna make the call. Trying to be patient. Come on. Celebrate with me. For the rumbling of the autumn roar drops mountains to the sea. Come round here, and enjoy the show. Collectively we all shout out, here we go.
Everybody, welcome back to the Balcony Show, and we are super stoked because we have Michael Botte on the phone from the Michael Botte Band. Hi, Michael.
Hey, everyone. So good to be here. Thank you for doing this. Looking forward to this.
So glad to have you, and super stoked to, as you are a fellow Pennsylvanian.
Yes, I am.
Which, you're going to get hit up about the football. I'm going to warn you ahead of time what kind of a fan you are.
You a Steelers
Come
fan?
on, I could take it.
Are you a Steelers fan?
Now listen, I'm born and raised in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It is in my DNA to bleed black and gold. However, I know where I live, and go Birds. Go Birds.
Oh, no. I'm a Steelers fan, brother. I'm a Steelers fan. Don't let the geographical anomaly throw you.
I made assumptions. You never assume, right?
Yeah, that's what's up. No, Steelers all the way.
Steelers all the way.
Bleed black and gold,
him.
brother.
Yeah.
He was going to ask you eventually, I know.
Oh, yeah, I would have come out.
Right on.
Yeah.
So what led you to start music, Michael? What led you down the musical path?
Oh, boy.
Did you go
we're
to
gonna
the
big.
crossroads, Michael? Did you go to
The crossroads? Yeah. I sold my soul to the devil, all
there
kinds
you
of
go.
stuff like that. Yeah. Oh, gosh. You're going to go big. First question. This is good. I'm ready for this. We can go back a long, long time. I mean, honestly, I can remember back as a kid, my father was a singer, not a professional singer, but, I always joke that he sang more than he spoke. And, he was the guy that was in all the local musical theater productions, and he was the leader of the church choir. And I was always around with him. And I was going to all the productions with him, and the big productions like Sound of Music and, Fiddler on the Roof and things like that. And I was just mesmerized by the singing and the performances. And I will tell you this, guys, knowing some of the words to some of the big theatrical songs did not make me the coolest kid in town. I had to tell you that much. But I overcame it. And so I guess, my first instrument, was my dad's voice. And I guess it became my voice. But then, honestly, the Michael Botte band, as we know it today, I mean, you asked kind of when it started. Honestly, it was COVID inspired. I mean, you guys know the world shut down. And in a time of confusion and chaos and uncertainty, I was desperate for something positive, something that I could hold and love and, touch and share. And so I finally learned how to record and make demos of the songs that I had written maybe 20 days ago or 20 years ago. And I sent out a bunch of demos and to different people and different Facebook groups and things like that, and hooked up with a producer, and we were going to do the song. And we haven't even done that song yet. He is my producer now, Bob Beals from Sound Foundation Studios. And we've done 4 songs together, but we have yet to do the song that, we first met on. So that's how this all started over COVID. I just had the time, and I guess I had a lot to say and the time to say it. And that's how we got to where we are.
And you have a brand new single, Beautiful Day, which I love the vibe on this song. Really.
Oh, thank you.
You really I don't know. It's I want our listeners to hear it and make up your own minds. But for me, it was kind of like a breath of fresh air that, you know what I mean? It's light. It's cool. It's, so what inspired this song? Was it the COVID thing, or just wanting to put some positive stuff out, or?
Yeah. So Beautiful Day, gosh, this song was written, it was written a couple years ago, and during the COVID time. Again, I had time to, write and think and say the things I guess I wanted to say so many years ago. But the song is actually about a period of time in my life almost 30 years ago. So my wife and I were young, new married. We were living in, Madison, Wisconsin, out in kind of the countryside, and our best friends, we would meet up with them every weekend and cruise in our 1998 Subaru Forester, and we would cruise around the countryside and just enjoying Mother Earth.
What do you know about Madtown?
Oh, the Madtown. I miss the Madtown so much. So that's part of this song. It really is. And we would just enjoy the countryside and do all these great, wonderful things that kids do. And, they were just beautiful days. So, I mean, even if the first line in the song, the whippoorwills are singing out in the wind, let's fire up the Subaru, let's all jump in. That's all about those times being, youthful and young, and it's about friendship and adventure and all those great things. So that's the story behind that song. And I'm so happy I finally recorded it and put it out with Bob.
Well, you know what? We're going to let our listeners, we're going to take a break right here. We're going to let our listeners hear this beautiful song.
Hey, right on. Thank you.
Beautiful Day, Michael Botte Band. Take a listen, and we'll be right back with Michael.
Whippoorwills are singing out in the wind. Fire up the Subaru and let's all jump in. Don't you know? Don't you know? A country road may take us until the end, but the bigger, better deal is just around the bend. Don't you know? Don't Don't you know? Don't you know? It's a beautiful day. The blue diamond skies are on their way. Soaking up the sun, I've got to say. It's a beautiful day. Throw down the map because we've no place to go. Follow the eagle's path to where the river flows. Don't you know? Don't you know? We're born to shimmer and we are born to shine. Forever live in my heart until the end of time. Don't you know? Don't you know? Don't you know? Don't you know? It's a beautiful day. The blue diamond skies are on their way. Soaking up the sun, I've got to say. It's a beautiful day. Sit on a broken fence and capture what you see. Chew on a piece of grass under a dogwood tree. The time has come to pass, and I hate to leave so soon. The good news, we have a guide underneath the flower moon. It's a beautiful day. The blue diamond skies are on their way. Soaking up the sun, I've got to say. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day.
You are listening to The Balcony Show, and we have Michael Botte from the Michael Botte Band on the line. Michael, tell our listeners where you're going to be playing. Are you going to be playing out? You got any venues lined up?
So for right now, it's a great question. For right now, we are strictly a virtual band, putting out music, testing the waters, seeing what we like, seeing what folks like, and then the future will just present itself to us. For right now, we are virtual.
Nice. Do you have like streaming platforms? Like, do you, anything on your website where you can have the listeners go to? Are you guys doing anything like live in that regard?
You know, it's funny. My producer and I have spoken about things like that. I've seen people do that before, and he's such an accomplished musician. It would be a blast to try to do something like that. But he lives 7 hours from me, so we'd have to, kind of set it up. And that's the bummer about this. He's, thank God I found him, but he's 7 hours away. That's kind of tough. That's why we do everything kind of virtually back and forth, send files back and forth. And I record things here at a local studio from another friend that I have. And so it's strange that way, but unfortunately that's just the way circumstances are.
Well,
so
no doubt, but still certainly something to consider. I mean, there was enough of the musicians doing that over the lockdown,
Correct.
People that had, thousands of miles in between them, and they were still like, just putting video content out there, as they were doing it, and some of them, the production value was done quite well.
I don't know. Put them in the hot seat with Would You Rather, Mad Cat. Put them in the hot seat.
All right.
Oh, we're jumping in?
We're jumping in. All right, here we go.
Feet first.
Let me see. Well, speaking of feet, I guess we'll just go right with that one.
Oh, no.
Be afraid.
Would you
very
rather
afraid.
walk barefoot in a public restroom or get poisoned?
So I'll be honest with you. This is a no-brainer, my brother, because I used to go around to Grateful Dead shows, so I've seen it all. I'll take the bathroom.
That's what's up.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what we all chose.
No problem.
All right. Let me hit you with one more here. Would you rather wake up as the opposite sex once a month or wake up in a strange place once a year?
Oh, I'll take the strange place any day.
Yeah,
oh my gosh. No, brother, help me out. I got enough problems being me. I can't even be me. I can't be somebody else.
That's perfect.
That was a winner.
Perfect answer.
That's awesome.
So we're finishing up tonight with your song New Rising Sun. Michael, can you set that up for our listeners? Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, so that's a song. That's the first song that my producer, Bob Beals, and I did together. And the song was actually written probably roughly 20 years ago. My wife and I were living out in the desert out in New Mexico and had a brand new baby. And, we're both from the East here. My wife's from New York and I'm from Pittsburgh. And we were struggling on where we had to live and where to build a family. And our daughter was born. It was just such a confusing time. And I remember we were just thinking about, we have to be able to face a new rising sun. We have to be able to be adaptable and accept change and accept the way life goes. So the song New Rising Sun, while living in one of the sunniest places in America, was born in the desert of New Mexico.
There you go. I want to thank you for seriously spending some time with us here on the show. I'm sure everybody's going to want to go. What's your website, Michael?
It's just my name, michaelbotteband.com.
So go hit up his website, hit up Facebook, give him a like, give him a follow, because that's what we do here, and download the music. With that, I'm going to bid you a good night. Any final shout outs to anybody, Michael?
Hey, my shout out is that next time we're going to do this in person.
Oh,
hell yes.
We're down.
Thank you so much for your time. Honestly, to feel that I'm worthy of this show melts my heart. Thank you so much for your time.
So everybody take a listen to New Rising Sun by Michael Botte Band, and we'll be right back with the rest of the show.
Let's take a drive all through the night. Rest along the way. Sometimes we feel the need to move on. Sometimes we need to stay. I remember where we came from, and I sure know where we've been. This is not how the story ends. It's how it begins. I'm ready to face a distant horizon, stare into space at the new rising sun. I'm ready to face a distant horizon, stare into space at the new rising sun. Stare at the new rising sun. What do you see? Master illusion or a pure reality? Let's go get lost in a familiar place, 'cause where you are is where I'll be. I remember where we came from, and I sure know where we've been. This is not how the story ends. It's how it begins. I'm ready to face a distant horizon, stare into space at the new rising sun. Ready to face a distant horizon, stare into space go get lost in a familiar place, 'cause where you are is where I'll be.
I remember where we came from, and I sure know where we've been. This is not how the story ends. It's how it begins. Oh, ready to face a distant horizon, stare into space at the new rising sun. Ready to face a distant horizon, stare into space at the new rising sun. Stare at the new rising sun.
You are listening to The Balcony Show.
And now it's time for Indie Radar with Bo Summer.
Instagram has a bunch of new features, and I thought indie artists would get some value out of this. I think it's kind of neat. So I'm going to run them through and maybe point out a couple things that you can do. As always, all these social media platforms, they push out updates, and not everybody gets them at the same time. But so check your phones, make sure your app is up to date. But Instagram is going to be adding a feature where you will be able to add music to your carousel. And I know people still use the carousel. That's when you're uploading more than one picture. You can now add music to a static picture. So now they're just adding the music capability to the carousel. Another thing you're going to be able to do is add a poll to the comment section of a post, which is kind of neat. So that's what I think that they're doing here. Well, I'll save what my thoughts are for the end. Next feature is going to be adding captions to stories, giving you a little bit of extra leverage on making some comments on your posts. And because stories, videos, short form videos, that seems to be a huge thing. It seems like that's all we're doing. Everybody is on their phones watching short video clips. And then, of course, there's one other item. You're going to be able to comment on stories, and other viewers of that story will be able to see the comments that you're making. So that's kind of neat. So if you put these kind of all on the table, what I'm thinking that Instagram is trying to do is create engagement, because it's all about money. It's all about advertising. It's all about your audience. So all these features to me are screaming, how can these accounts continue? Because it seems like there's, with all the noise everywhere and all these different platforms, every platform wants you to stay on their platform. So what better way than to create engagement? And they're giving you the tools to do it. So, add your music, there's so many things as an indie artist that you can do with some of these features. So take advantage, and they're going to be coming out soon. So keep an eye out for it.
Great tip. Thank you, Bo. I'd like to remind you that The Balcony Show is proudly produced right here at Keiko Studios in Pen Argyl, Pennsylvania. So hit them up for all your musical production needs at keikostudio.com.
Mad Cats Mad Tracks. And on today's Mad Cats Mad Tracks, we have the song Long Long Night by National Park Radio. So give it a listen. Here we go.
I'm moving on is the last thing that she said, and she ain't wrong. Lord, I know that this might be the end. If you hear our song, oh, I hope you don't forget. And when I'm gone, what if I can't keep you from my head? What will I do? 'Cause it's gonna be a long, long time till I'm back in Carolina. Don't you know that my name. And it's gonna be a long, long night down in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I know it's only been one day, but I'm not alright. Westbound 40 through Fort Smith, Arkansas. The road is lonely, load is heavy when you got no one at all. Maybe I should turn back before it's too late, before I lose the only thing that I cannot replace. What should I do? 'Cause it's gonna be a long, long time till I'm back in Carolina. Don't you know that California calls my name? And it's gonna be a long, long night down in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I know it's only been one day, but I'm not alright. Not alright. I'm not alright. I'm not alright. I'm not alright. No. 'Cause it's gonna be a long, long time till I'm back in Carolina. Don't you know that California calls my name? And it's gonna be a long, long night down in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I know it's only been one day, but I'm not alright. And it's gonna be a long, long time till I'm back in Carolina. Don't you know that California calls my name? And it's gonna be a long, long night down in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I know it's only been one day, but I'm not alright. I'm not alright. Not alright.
You are listening to The Balcony Show.
Welcome to another edition of Mike's Music Box. Inside, you're going to hear some stories of the macabre, the paranormal, and the strange. So stay tuned, if you dare. Hello, everybody. This is Mike Roy and Mike's Music Box here in the balcony. And I'm going to take the last episode, and this will be part 2, and we're going to talk about some urban myths of rock stars that have been debunked. And today, we're going to focus on Stevie Nicks. So, the urban myth has said that Stevie Nicks had snorted so much cocaine over her career that it ate a hole through her nose. The result, that she could not snort cocaine anymore through her nose, so she had it shot through her ass every time she wanted to get high. And it was always shot in her ass by a very well-paid assistant. I'm sure there's many people that would have shot it for free, but...
I'll do it right now. I don't care.
Yeah, exactly. This assistant was, very well-paid. But... Being confronted with this urban myth, she actually admitted that she had snorted so much cocaine that it literally did burn a hole through her septum. And while it was never shot in her ass, she had to go to rehab and continue her career on stage and everything else. And she had been doing way too much cocaine all the way up until her 1986 tour, where she then committed herself for medical and spiritual and mental stability to continue being in Fleetwood Mac. So yes, it was never shot in her ass. And I don't know anybody over the years that did tons of cocaine that ever shot it in their ass.
Still, I mean, to do enough of it that your septum was.
Yeah, I had heard that she did that to herself.
Yeah, it's a very Elton John thing as well.
Well, at least the cocaine wasn't what was shot in her ass.
My goodness.
So that is our main rock star for this episode here at the Glorious Balcony. And tune in because I have many more rock stars and their urban myths. So keep listening.
It's time for the spotlight portion of our show, where we showcase new singles from returning guests. And your host is Donna freaking Galucci.
We just have to laugh again at that.
Every week.
Every single time.
Freaking Galucci. I love that.
It reminds me of that Rosanna Dana Yana kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you there is a little bit.
Rosanna Dana.
There is a little bit of a resemblance.
I can
Not
see
saying,
that.
but I'm saying.
Thanks, Ann.
Oh, she was a pretty girl.
Anyway, in Spotlight this week, we have Austin Hopkins with the new song, Win Her Back.
He is such a great guy.
Yes, he is. He's been on our show.
Such a great guy.
Yes, he's a singer-songwriter from the Chicago area. And like Ann said, we've had him on the show. And, you know, one of the things I've taken away from, you know, our conversations with him and becoming familiar with his music is his ability to draw his audience in with his lyrics and his take on life, you know, just life situations
And
day
he's
by
prolific.
day.
I got to tell you, he's putting the music out. I made a deal with him that he would come and do a family picnic for me or performance, you know, for a private performance. But I told him, he's like, yeah, just let me know when. I said, when you're famous. Because he said yes first. So shout out to Austin for that. I'm still holding.
Yes, and don't forget to do that for Ann, Austin. So, and be sure to check out Austin on social media and his website, austinhopkinsmusic.com, to see where he'll be playing in the Chicago area. And this song, I guess, is about the attempts to win someone back after a relationship has gone bad. And we all know how that feels.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So here we go. Austin Hopkins with Win Her Back.
Flirted around for a few months, then we finally hooked up. It was so wrong, but it felt so right. Dancing in her eyes almost every single night. But she got so damn ice cold, just about lost all of her control. I'm begging her pretty please, baby, come back to me. Gotta win her back again, gotta turn my charm up to 10. Gotta put her in this song, make her think that she's a crazy one. Gotta get her thinking about me like she's lost without me. Yeah, yeah, that'll win her back. Yeah, that'll win her back. Yeah, looking so distant in her eyes, call me back, total surprise. Can't believe she's acting like this. She said that we'd still be friends. Can't see that anymore, now that she's out the door. Gotta win her back again, gotta turn my charm up to 10. Gotta put her in this song, make her think that she's a crazy one. Gotta get her thinking about me like she's lost without me. Yeah, yeah, that'll win her back. Win her back, yeah. Sending thousands of flowers every single hour to get her attention, but did I mention? Gotta win her back again, gotta turn my charm up to 10. Gotta put her in this song, make her think that she's a crazy one. Gotta win her back again, Gotta turn my charm up to 10. Gotta put her in this song, make her think that she's a crazy one. Gotta get her thinking about me like she's lost without me. Yeah, yeah. That'll win her back. Yeah, that'll win her back. Yeah, yeah. That'll win her back. Yeah, yeah. That'll win her back. Yeah, yeah. That'll win her back. Yeah. Like she's lost without me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hey, thanks for sticking with us here on the Balcony Show, listening to some really great independent music. Thank you to Michael Botte Band for spending some time with us. Check out his website and all of his music. You're going to want to download it as usual. He is also a really great musician because that's what we have here, right, guys?
Absolutely. It was a very fun interview.
Yeah.
We're going to hang. We're going to hang.
And
He
he's a
wants to
Steelers
come
fan,
up,
so that's like, that's up here in my book.
That's how you get through the Mad Cat door. Steelers, not Steelers.
Steelers and Star Wars, that's it. Well, Steelers and pre-Disney Star Wars, yes.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
Favorites? I'm you know what? I was kind of like I was watching the Mandalorian.
The Mandalorian?
I'm tired. The Mandalorian.
The Mandalorian?
And I got it. Yeah, that guy.
I'll help you out.
Oh,
The Mandalorian. Yeah,
I think we all need to
it.
just go to bed. Go home and go to bed.
I got to tell you, I was a little dissatisfied by
This season was a little. It was a little disjointed. But I went back and I binged watched the whole thing. Okay, and binge watching it, it flows much better than waiting every week for an episode to come out. You know what I mean?
well, maybe because you forget things too. You know?
I think there were just things that were lacking in the 2 years that this was, that we were waiting for this season to come out. That just, it lost some shine.
There it is. Anyways, I'd like to remind you we have a Reverb Nation campaign going. So if you want to get on the show, you think you got what it takes to get on our show, then hit us up at reverbnation.com. I think that's all for me. I look forward. Thank you.
We're spent.
Yeah.
We're spent. Thank you to all of you for and thank you. I have to do a shout out to my family who threw me a surprise birthday party.
Yeah, that was a blast.
That was amazing.
Thanks to my amazing family. Thank you so much. And that's all I got. So we're going to end things tonight with the song from the Southern Gothic, Villain. Good night, everybody from the Balcony Show. We will catch you next week.
Have a great night.
Bye.
You know we're over, baby. Why can't you let it go? We keep starting over and it's really starting to take its toll. I wanna see you smiling, even if it ain't with me. Don't wanna be the bad guy, but maybe that's what I gotta be. Tried to be your hero, tried to be your Superman. Honey, if I can't love you, then maybe there's someone else that can. If it takes me losing just so you can end up winning, if you need someone to take the blame, girl, I'll be your villain. I'll be your villain. Love ain't a railroad track, I'm trying to tie you down. But how can we start moving on if you keep stopping by my house? Wish we were like a movie with a happy end, but this is real life, baby, and we ain't getting it back again. Trying to be your hero, trying to be your Superman. Honey, if I can't love you, then maybe there's someone else that can. If it takes me losing just so you can end up winning, if you need someone to take the blame, girl, I'll be your villain. We try to treat a day If it takes me losing just so you can end up winning, I'll be your villain. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'll be your villain. Yeah.